Brandon Construction and ADP Contracting Services. Today we're going to do the part 2 walk around video of the Cat 255 2-speed high flow XPS and show you some stuff that they've improved on this model. And we will start in the front right here. Let's start with the lights and the door. The lights up front have been integrated. They're LED, and they're way brighter than the old generation lights that used to get put on these things. And being integrated into the cab, less susceptible for tear up and getting broken off like the old ones that were stem mounted on mine. The door, we have the polycarbonate door. They've improved the entry into the cab with the door width, giving you your 2 bars to get in and out with. And we're not a fan of this one. We think that one's useless because of the door, but it's there. You can't really use that handle right there getting in or out of the door, because when you do, you can see how the door just shakes around. If you get in, you just pull the door oddly. When you're getting out, you pull the door to you and shut it. So we end up having to grip in the door seals right here and right here, over here, to just put our hands and pull ourselves out. We do wish there were some handles on the inside. Something else they've done on this machine that they've improved and fixed, I guess, is the boom no longer has to be sitting directly on the ground to get in and out of the cab. You can have it floating off the ground a little bit. I'd say maybe a maximum of 4 inches, but 1 inch on the old generation would bar you entry and exit in and out of this machine, because it would hang up. And this is because of the redesign of the cylinders. They've taken away that U-shaped shield that used to be there and just put these 2 individual shields on there. I believe they've lowered the cylinder position as well. They've added a step into the boom for easy getting in and out. And you can't really use it with the forks, but it does help with the when you have other attachments on there, getting in and out of the cab. So we do like that. The red pieces you see down here, they are the new auto coupler. It's hard to show you, but these are a vertical auto coupler versus the hydraulic, or the horizontal hydraulic cylinder that did the old style handle. That, you know, the handles would be horizontal or vertical for lock and unlock. This is strictly vertical up, vertical down with all the pins. The hydraulic cylinder's right there, goes up and down. There are your pins there and there, straight up and down. Way less likely to jam. We haven't had a jam, in fact. Haven't had debris get caught up in there. We're very happy with those so far. They give you this hose keeper right here. We've already KO'd ours with a piece of concrete falling out of a bucket. You know, in our opinion, it's sticking too far out. It needs to be somewhere else or higher, something. But, you know, at the end of the day, we don't really use that. We do if we need to, but most of our attachments, we don't use that. I think our grapple's the only one we use that on, and it's just because of the length of the hoses. And then, speaking of the hoses and the hose holder right here, you have a new hydraulic connection for your auxiliaries. They've redesigned this whole thing. It used to be basically on the front of the boom right here. Now they have this thick piece of steel right here to help protect this. They tucked it back several inches. You still have your main hoses and your bleed off hose, computer connection right here, but they have added a pull pressure relief valve to help you relieve the pressure, you know, doing your attachment hookups. And we use that almost every time we hook up an attachment. You talk about a game changer, that's a game changer. The one thing we don't like is from the side, you can see it sticks up higher than the yellow steel. But we've been told that they sell a shield that you bolt in right here, and you use some of those holes down there somewhere for a clasp, and basically it's a big shield that just comes over with just a port to allow the hoses in. And we'll walk around the side here. You can see there's an integrated light on the side over here. We'll start up top. Your antenna for your AM FM. They've given you an auxiliary port here for something. I don't remember what that's exactly for, but there it is. They have put that there. Ours has the 270 view camera like I showed you on the other video. This is the camera housing and unit itself. They've added seals all the way around the cab. You have a seal here, a seal here, a set of seals right here. There are holes in the seals here and here, which I wish they'd have run that out all the way just to seal it up, but huge difference in keeping the cab clean and the undercarriage clean. That's a great improvement, and that's basically a standard thing now on these new generations. We didn't buy a forestry kit like you used to have to buy to get those. As you walk around, I'll try to show you this. It's hard to see, but where the bundle of cables come out, they have done a great job of cables, the hydraulic hoses. They have done a great job of sealing these hydraulic hoses coming out of the undercarriage. You can see it's a bolted and sealed unit right there to allow the hoses to come out and keep debris out as well. They used to have crappy flap rubber that would fill the hole, and all it did was allow shit to get in there. One complaint we have is we have trouble getting the dirt out of the back here because of how close the tracks are. I feel like the tracks had more space on the last generation. I feel like we used to get a pressure washer in there a little bit easier than we do on this one. They've also taken away the torsion front end right here, made it a solid bar. They said they put the torsion on top instead of into the track. That's what Caterpillar was explaining us the difference. And anybody who's run the 279s, 259s, when you have the bucket in the air and you're loading a truck, this would have a torsion brake to it, and it would allow you to lean forward when you're loading, which would make you feel like the whole tractor was tipping to the front, which would scare the crap out of most operators, including me. So they've improved on that, but because of the ride is bumpier in my opinion, but I mean crap, it's a skid steer, they're all bumpy. They've added counterweights down there on the bottom. Practically the same hose layout as they had before, very well protected coming through here. Up here, they did not add a seal. Right there, it's hard for me to show you, but right here where my finger is, that line right there, they did not add a seal. I'm going to use these bolt holes right there with a piece of rubber to go across that and to seal it up, because it does allow debris to get down into the undercarriage, and it goes right on top of all your hydraulic valve body stuff. This is your engine bay. Let's open this up. They have a new engine in here with a new layout. Seems larger and more accessible to me. Mechanics may tell you I'm crazy. I don't know. That's how it looks to me. Your battery is very accessible right here. Battery shut off, air filter, fuel water separator. There's your oil filter, oil fill. Oil dipstick, oil fills right there. Your AC radiator and your coolant bottle right there. This also has a deck right here that protects the radiator with a reversing fan on there, and stays very clean because of the reversing fan. No prop for this lid, but you can remove it completely if needed. One thing they've done is they removed the fuel fill from inside the engine compartment right here. That would have been about right there, and they have moved it over here to the side, which I like. Chaining down improperly would keep you from being able to open your door, which would not allow you to fuel up on a trailer, basically. And if I'm fueling up, I'm usually fueling up on the way to the job or the way home. So they gave you 2 fuel tanks, one on this saddle and one in this saddle over here. There's a connection line that run between the two. And it's one thing I wish they would have done, is I wish they would have put a door right here, so you'd have had the option of fueling up from both sides, not just the one. There's our rear camera, and there are the rear integrated lights. Once again, like how they're put in there, they're less susceptible to damage. Over here, another camera right there, counterweight in the saddle. You have your seals like I was showing you on the other side, right here, right here, right here. And you have your cabin air filter, nice easy access with the boom all the way down. And then I believe that's it. Very good unit. We're very happy with it. We've only put about 50 hours on it or so, and we've been very, very happy with it so far. The improvements that they made, in my opinion, make the machine twice the machine the old ones were. We went to go buy a 279, and they talked us into a 255, and we are not disappointed in them doing that to us. There was 2 reasons we chose this model. One was there was financing options on these models that were not available on the other models. And 2, we learned that the 9 series, the 259, 79, 89, 99, are all going to be obsolete as of next year. They're discontinuing that in production. And this is the new production set of skid steers, the 255, 65, 75. And this 255 is definitely serving the purpose that we need it for. So I'm Andy with Friendly Construction, and thank you for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and I will post part 3 to show you the undercarriage shortly.